Harvard studies have found that 3/4 of boys are more physically active than the very most physically active girls. They reported even the most active girls don't seem to express their energy in the unrestrained way that is characteristic of most boys. Why is this? Well, boys have more blood flow to the cerebellum. The cerebellum is the part of the brain that controls doing and physical action. It just might be naturally kind of hard for most males to remain still and also learn. It's not just big muscles and movement that distinguishes boys from girls. Fine motor skills also develop more slowly for boys than they do for girls. So when they are required to use their immature hands, they can become quite frustrated and they can begin to dislike school. Fine motor development, of course, is not just limited to the hands. It extends to speech. Clear speaking involves the intricate coordination of many small muscles in the throat, in the lips, and in the tongue. So this is one reason that little boys communicate less well than little girls. So needing physical action and lacking communication skills, boys connect with each other physically. They roughhouse and they wrestle. They push each other, they tackle each other, they pile on top of each other. Mothers and teachers often dislike this. But this is how boys bond with each other. And by the way, rough and tumble play is not unique to our species. Puppies and kittens and lab rats, they're all fond of mauling each other. But they know to hold their claws just enough so that they avoid injuring each other seriously. But rough and tumble play also is not without value. Boys bond through this intense physical contact. They vent their high energy and they learn many things. Let's think for a minute about what boys gain from rough and tumble play. They gain physical skills, they test their strength, they learn how their bodies move, they learn how to control their movements. They learn language skills. They learn about using signals and nonverbal communication. They learn about how to perceive, how to infer, how to decode. They gain social skills. They learn turn taking. They learn to play both dominant and subordinate roles. They learn to negotiate, to develop and maintain coalitions and friendships. This is a venue for showing care and concern for each other, how to compete fairly and graciously. Rough and tumble play allows children to have physical touch needs met in an age-appropriate and individually appropriate ways. And finally, it's a place where boys can take healthy risks. Boys use physicality to set up a pecking order. This contrasts pretty dramatically to girls' cooperative and communicative play. While girls strive to promote group harmony, boys are busy figuring out who is the strongest, who's the fastest, who has the most accurate aim. It's important for adults in boys' lives to allow and to provide for these opportunities for free physical play like this. Now, I would bet that many of the people that are on this call are uncomfortable with the idea of permitting this kind of play, especially at school. I also bet that many of you confuse rough and tumble play with fighting, or possibly even with bullying. So let me help you sort out the difference. In rough and tumble play, the goal is friendly play. Whereas in a fight, the fighters are trying to inflict injuries on each other. And in bullying, there are attempts to hurt and to humiliate somebody, a victim. In rough and tumble play, the mood is relaxed and the people are laughing. When kids are fighting, they are tense, their bodies are rigid, and there's often tears. When there's bullying, the mood is sad and scornful. In rough and tumble play, it's usually 2 or 3, maybe even more people, and they're taking turns being the aggressors. In a fight, though, there's usually only 2 people, and there is no turn taking. In bullying, often there are more than 2, and those people are ganging up against one victim. In rough and tumble play, the power is equal. In a fight, the power can vary. And in bullying, there is by definition unequal power. In rough and tumble play, the force that kids use is limited. Like those kittens and those puppies, they sort of hold in their claws. They don't want to hurt each other. But in a fight, the force is uncontrolled, as it is in bullying. And finally, in rough and tumble play, there's no audience. The kids are just playing together. A fight draws an audience, and bullying seeks an audience. So the 3 things are really quite different, and we shouldn't confuse them, and we do confuse them to the detriment of especially young boys, probably all children.